QuickLoadz 60K Super 40 Operation Video 3, Loading and Unloading Operation Steps without a container. This is a detailed loading and unloading video with no container, Video 3. Other available videos include 1. Short loading and unloading video, 2. Trailer overview, and 4. Detailed loading and unloading with a container. For training purposes, it is suggested all videos are watched in order. 1. Short loading and unloading, 2. Trailer overview, 3. Detailed loading and unloading without a container, and 4. Detailed loading and unloading with a container. This video starts with connecting the truck to the trailer. This particular QuickLoadz trailer is equipped with hydraulically powered feet or landing gear. This is very convenient for the driver. Rather than hand crank the landing gear, the driver simply pushes some buttons to raise or lower the feet. The hydraulic feet can only be operated in manual mode through the switches on the front of the brain box. This is a safety feature to avoid the driver accidentally lowering the feet while the trailer is moving. The brain box and its controls are accessed through the door on the side of the manifold box. The upper part of the box is the brain box. There's a hydraulic gauge to show operation pressures and a manifold in the lower portion of the box. These switches are shown in normal operation or phone mode. Power switches in phone operation, function switches are in middle or neutral, engine switches in engine stop. The switches are a backup and will control the trailer when not controlled by the phone or Wi-Fi device. If the engine switch is on run, then if the phone tells the engine stop, it will keep running. Normally the power switch is in trailer light position, so the QuickLoadz brain wakes up and has power when the trailer lights are on. For manual mode operation, move the power switch down to pony engine. Middle power switch position is power completely off. The red power light will light. Push the engine switch down to engine run. The fuel pump will audibly come on. Push the control switch down from phone operation to regular pressure. Switches are regular pressure, pony engine, engine run. Now press start. You will hear the 38 horsepower Kohler electronic fuel injected engine start. First, raise the trailer tongue so the truck can be connected. Press up on the bed tilt switch. Raise the tongue all the way up. Raise or lower the landing gear as needed by pressing up or down on the feet switch. Back up the truck and connect the trailer. Raise the trailer landing gear feet. Still in manual mode, switches are regular pressure, pony engine, engine run, press start button, press feet up. Completely retract the feet on the trailer. Return to normal operation or phone mode. Switches are engine stop, trailer light, phone mode. Connecting a Wi-Fi device. No internet is needed, no cell phone service is needed, nor are there any apps to download. The system is self-contained. This is a QuickLoadz brain box. Normally it's powered by the trailer lights. If you don't see the red power light on, check the power switches up or trailer light position and that your trailer lights are on. The green Wi-Fi light tells you the controller is awake and putting out a Wi-Fi signal. Every QuickLoadz trailer carries around in its brain box a computer and Wi-Fi router. You do not need cell phone signal, you do not need the internet. The QuickLoadz is self-contained and has everything you need on board to operate it with a Wi-Fi device. If the power light and Wi-Fi light are on, you can connect. The directions are printed inside the lid. To connect, go to Settings on your phone or Wi-Fi device. Click on Wi-Fi and choose the QuickLoadz network. Your phone or Wi-Fi device might already be connected to another network. Click on the QuickLoadz network and connect. If antivirus software comes up, choose Ignore. Many phones and devices will state that the QuickLoadz does not have internet access. That's fine, internet is not needed to use QuickLoadz. Once connected to the QuickLoadz Wi-Fi network, open a browser. In this case, we're using Chrome. First time connection can take up to 30 seconds. In the address bar, type in 10.10.0.1. These directions are printed on the lid label. After connecting for the first time, the browser will usually remember the address. First-time connection can take up to 30 seconds. The QuickLoadz login screen will now come up. Type in your username and password. Press Login. The control screen will now come up. First-time connection, this can take up to 30 seconds. To use the rear view camera, press the camera button. The rear view camera should then appear. Press Close to close it. The functions are engine start and stop, bumper in and out, locks in and out, bed up and down, wedges up and down, chains in and out. We will now do a dry run and go through the process to load a container without a container on the trailer. This is done so it will be easier to see what's going on. What if I can't find the QuickLoadz network? If the QuickLoadz network does not appear, check that the power and Wi-Fi lights are on. It is possible the network will not show up as QuickLoadz, but will instead appear as the Wi-Fi router name, which is written on the side of the brain box. Loading. This shows the process for loading without a container. This is to familiarize the driver with loading operation, trailer functions, and parts, and how they operate. To recap, you are logged in the network and in control. By toggling the camera, you can see the rear view camera. It might be useful to carry two Wi-Fi devices so the trailer can be controlled while constantly watching the rear view camera image. Momentarily, press the engine start button. The 38 horsepower Kohler electronic fuel injected engine will audibly start. First, run the locks out by pressing the locks out button. If it's attempted to load or unload a container with the locks not fully out, there's a very good chance of bending a locking pin or breaking a chain. When backing up, it's best to have the lift wedges raised to avoid the possibility of damaging the container. With the lift wedges raised, if a slip or mistake is made, the container will simply hit the flat of the lift wedge. If the lift wedges are down while backing the trailer to the container and a slip or mistake is made, the lift wedges will probably damage the container or even punch a hole in it. Lift wedges are very sturdy. With experience, the driver will be able to skip this step and back up the container with the wedges down and the trailer already tilted. When learning, it's easiest to back up with the wedges up and the trailer bed flat, so the line of the trailer and the containers provides a reference to keep the trailer and the container straight. It is also usually easier to back up to the container with the trailer wheels all the way rearward against the stops. When backed up to and aligned with the container, release the trailer brakes and slide the trailer wheels forward with the bumper in function. If the trailer brakes are not released before attempting to slide the wheels, the big forward cylinder will pull the truck backwards or drag the trailer wheels. Useful tip: you can use the sliding axles to get unstuck. You can also slide the axles while moving to gain some maneuverability. Do not slide the axles on a public road. There's a time when this can become useful. If the truck or trailer is stuck in muddy or icy situation, the wheel slide function can be used to help pull or push the truck out. To do this, set the brakes on the trailer, release the brakes on the truck, and use the trailer bumper function to help push or pull the truck. Here the trailer is used to push the truck forward. Back to loading. Engines running, locks are out, wedges are up, the trailer is square and close to the container. Run the wheels forward by pressing the bumper in button. The bumper is attached to the wheels. Run the wheels all the way forward. Lower the lift wedges. Recap. Loading. Locks out, wheels forward, lift wedges are down. Make certain the drive chains are all the way out. Grab hooks against their stops. If the chains are not all the way out, then when backing up, the container can hit the grab hooks. The grab hooks need to be against their stops so they can slide into the corner casting once the lift wedges have picked up the container. Tilt the bed and finish backing up to the container. Press the bed up button to tilt the bed. Tilt the bed until the rollers just touch the ground. This can be seen in the rear view camera. With the lift wedges down, back up the trailer until the container just touches the two rear rollers. The container should touch the rollers on both sides. This is a deliberate design. When loading a 40-foot container onto a 40-foot trailer, if the two start out crooked, then as the container loads, the problem will only become worse. With an empty or light container, the chains and guides will force the container or trailer to load straight. With a heavy container, something will want to bend. Place the truck in neutral, release both the truck and trailer brakes. Press the lift wedges up button. As the lift wedges pick up the end of the container, they will pull the truck slightly under the container. Notches in the lift wedge will help grab the container as the lift wedges lift the end of the container 6 inches. At this stage, the container end has been raised 6 inches and is sitting just above the rollers. Press the chains in button. The grab hooks on the drive chains will go into the container corner castings from underneath. When the container is just sitting on the rear of the bed, stop the drive chains. This is a very important step. The lift wedges must now be lowered. If the lift wedges are not lowered, then as the drive chains pull the trailer under the container, the lift wedges will catch the container cross members. The drive chains have a combined 30,000 pounds of pull. If the lift wedges are up, the container will be damaged. As soon as the end of the container is on the trailer bed, lower the lift wedges to avoid ripping out the container cross members. Once the lift wedges are lowered, continue to run the drive chains forward to pull the trailer underneath the container. At this stage, grab hooks are in the corner castings of the container, lift wedges are down, the truck and trailer brakes are released, the locks are out, the drive chains pull the trailer underneath the container. On a hard surface, the back of the trailer rolls on the rollers. On gravel, QuickLoadz just won't care. As the trailer rolls under the container, the driver needs to keep the trailer and container aligned by steering the truck. The drive chains will pull the trailer all the way under the container until the container hits the front stops. When the container is all the way to the front on the trailer, run the container locks by pressing Locks In button. Once the container is locked onto the trailer, tilt down the bed by pressing the Bed Down button. With the trailer brakes released, slide the wheels back by pressing the Bumper Out button. Be certain to run the wheels all the way rearward to the stops. Raise the lift wedges before driving on the roadway. Engine off, and away you go. Unloading. This is a detailed overview of unloading a QuickLoadz shown without a container to familiarize the driver with the operation of the QuickLoadz trailer. Use the rear view camera while backing up for safety and to see where the container will be unloaded. Start the engine. Press the Engine Start button. Lower the lift wedges. Press the lift wedges down button until the wedges are fully retracted. Very important, unlock your container by pressing the Locks Out button and verify in the rearview mirrors that all 4 container locks have released. Slide the wheels forward by pressing the Bumper In button until the wheels are fully forward. Slide the container rearward by pressing the chains out until approximately 2 feet of the container hang off the rear of the trailer. In this way, when the trailer bed is tilted, the rear of the container can be placed exactly where desired. It is also acceptable to tilt the bed before using the drive chains to push the container rearward. Either option, tilt the bed up by pressing Bed Up button until the rear rollers just touch the ground. Place the truck in neutral, release the truck and trailer brakes. Move the container rearward with the drive chains by pressing the Chains Out button. The driver needs to steer the truck to keep the truck and trailer in alignment. When running the drive chains out, it is the rear of the grab hooks in the container corner casting which is pushing the container to the back of the trailer, thereby pushing the trailer out from underneath the container. Run the drive chains out until the corner casting is just at the camera. This shows where the grab hooks will be located. If this is an empty container, or it doesn't matter whether the container falls the last 6 inches, the drive chains can be run all the way back, so when the trailer pulls out from under the container will fall 6 inches. If this is a loaded container, the drop is likely to damage the container, trailer, or container contents. To avoid this, when the container's corner casting appears in the rearview camera, stop the drive chains by releasing the Chains Out button. Raise the lift wedges by pressing the Lift Wedges Up button. The weight of the container is now on the lift wedges. The drive chains may be run the rest of the way out to their stops. It is important to run the drive chains all the way back to their stops. It is possible to have a loaded container drop onto a grab hook and break a chain otherwise. The lift wedges now have the container grabbed. Place the truck into idle forward to put a slight forward pressure on the container. Lower the lift wedges by pressing the Lift Wedges Down button. In this way, a very heavy container may be gently placed down. Pull the truck forward a couple of feet. Raise the lift wedges by pressing the Lift Wedges Up button. Bring the locks in by pressing the Locks In button. Tilt the bed down by pressing the Tilt Down button. Be certain to tilt the bed all of the way down. Release the trailer brakes, slide the axles back by pressing the Bumper Out button. Be certain to slide the axles all the way back rearward before traveling on the public roadway. Stop the engine by pressing Engine Stop, and away you go.